Today we're going to be talking about how to flip that stimulus check. My name is Peter Helms.
And I'm Suki.
And we have a very special guest today.
Alexis John, aka Boss Bitch, aka Lexi, aka everyone loves Lexi from Doll Me Up.
All that and more on the Hustle Reports. So welcome to the Hustle Reports. Today we have a very special guest. It's Lexi from Doll Me Up. Really appreciate you tuning in. This is a show where we develop a culture of entrepreneurship by highlighting different stories of success and giving you our practical advice on how to hustle. So we're coming live today from Pie Hops. Pie Hops is a restaurant in downtown Norwich or Norwich, Connecticut. It's in southeastern part of Connecticut, about an hour from Boston, maybe 3 hours from New York. It's a great gastropub. If you're in the area, make sure you stop in and check it out. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Suki, how are you today?
I'm feeling so good today, so excited. It's the new year. What can I say?
2021.
Right? Yeah.
New beginnings, all kinds of excitement going on. Getting your hustle. You better get your hustle right because this year is going to be just, I got a good feeling about it.
Right. For me, I don't think it's just about the year. It's about starting off a whole new decade the right way. Oh, yeah. It's a whole long-term 10-year plan, which just sets the foundation for all the next years to come, right?
That's right. I don't think people have a 10-year plan, especially Tory Lanez. When he shoots Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, Tory Lanez was not thinking about the 10 years that he might do 22 months.
Wow, we just have to go there with this whole thing, huh?
It's relevant. It's new.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess. And he's made 2 albums since then, right?
Yep.
They've been pretty successful.
He's got to get that commissary money right.
Right, yeah. I mean, would you shoot someone to like have album success?
No, not at all. Why would I do that?
I don't know. To be like Tory Lanez.
All right, I was a little harsh. Maybe he didn't do it. I don't know. I'm not the judge and jury.
Well, did he do it or didn't he? I mean, I'm not really up to date with all of that, but I think he shot her. I'm pretty sure he did.
In the foot.
Yeah.
That's gotta hurt.
She's pretty pissed.
I would be too.
Yeah, she went to the hospital and everything. Oh, I think he said something at one point in time. Well, according to like the blogs, that it was like broken glass. They were like leaving a party or an event or something, and she stepped on something.
So wait a minute. Glass does not create a bullet hole.
Well, at that point in time, it wasn't really confirmed, and she's been kind of tight-lipped about the whole thing. She has not come out with an album.
All right. So, well, we'll have to keep an eye on that story because something sounds crazy. Maybe it's a publicity stunt.
Oh, it could be. Like those sex tape scandals, right?
Could be just like sex tapes.
Right. But, being shot at. And
yeah.
So, yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though. There's this other show coming out called Undercover Billionaire. Did you hear about it?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. What do you know about it?
I don't know a lot. I just heard about it recently. I guess this guy, he's like a successful billionaire from a mortgage lending company.
Okay.
And they're doing a show where they strip him of all his contacts, all his money, his bank accounts, everything. Send him out to Erie, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. I don't even know where that's at.
It sounds eerie.
It sounds super eerie.
I'm sorry if anyone's listening and you live in Pennsylvania and I just said that comment.
Yeah, we love you even from Erie. We just don't know where it's at.
I mean, it sounds eerie because that's the name of the freaking town. It's Erie. Right? I mean, I'm not saying anything bad, but anyways, whatever. So go on.
Yeah, well, so they strip him of all his money and his contacts, and they give him $100. They said, "Go see if you can become a billionaire again."
So do they just give him $100 and then they pay for his living expenses, or do they just drop him off with like a backpack of clothes and?
I don't know all the details, but from what I understand, they give him like, you got to start from scratch, start over, see if you can do it again. You got
does
nothing.
he even have a car?
Nothing. It's like testing his hustle, right? Was it luck the first time?
I don't know about, like, I feel like if I were on that show, not that I'm a billionaire, I'd be able to like hustle my way to the top.
Yeah.
Like, not anything bad, but only because at one point in time in my life, I was kind of like in that same position. But for real, like not on a TV show.
Me too. I remember like
like
being down and out at the very
Oh, yeah.
bottom.
Like
From
homeless.
homeless to 100,000.
I think I had like change in my car. At one point in time, I didn't even have a car, like legally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So whatever was, it's like rusted pennies that are all like chunked up with like Starbucks that.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You gotta wash them off a little bit.
Yeah.
Go drop
You
them
make
off
it
in that
work,
Coinstar thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Like, I didn't even have a bank account. It was like taken away from me. I was like blocked from it.
You had like mattress money?
No, I didn't even have a mattress. Like, I had
Nothing.
zero. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I respect it. So you got the real hustle in you.
Totally.
It's that hustle juice.
I gotta watch this show. Sounds fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely. So now that you know it's water, DJ Khaled says that water is the key to life.
Yeah,
I don't think we needed him to say that,
are like made out of water, so it's like one of those memes on the internet, right? Like when you're scrolling through Instagram and you're like, "Wow, that's so profound," and it's someone that like wrote with a special font using like Adobe, I don't know, the software programs, and they're like, "The sky is blue because the blue sky is blue," or something. And I'm like.
It's like, yeah,
But then they'll
man,
have
that
a
makes
picture
sense.
of like Leonardo DiCaprio, like Wolf of Wall Street. And
It's gotta be legit.
at like 4 a.m, you're like, wow, damn, that like was so life-changing to read. And then when you sit back and look at it, like the next morning when you're about to share it with someone, you're like, that was like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever like read.
Seriously.
It wasn't that profound.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But it is my hustle juice, to be honest with you. I don't know what else is gonna keep me going, but I gotta drink my water.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, because we're made out of water, so you gotta like stay hydrated. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm kind of boring like that, right? Like it's just fact for fact.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But there's more to the hustle juice, right? It's like, why do you do what you do?
Right,
What's
yeah,
your passion?
yeah.
What gets you out of bed in the morning?
It's symbolic.
It's symbolic.
Yes.
That's right. So, yeah, today's going to be a really good episode. We've got a special guest. She's going to come on, let her talk about what she does, and then we'll get into flipping that stimulus check because they're coming. I don't know how much it is, 600, 2,000, 13, whatever it is. How are you going to put it to good use?
Even if it was $100, because the guy on the TV show, right? I mean, he's just getting $100.
That's right.
You could definitely flip it and make billions, apparently. So
That's right.
whether
yeah.
it's stimulus money or Coinstar money, yeah, I mean, just hustle your way to the top.
Not all people can do it. They don't got it in them.
But you know who can do it?
Who?
Alexis John.
Alexis John. So let's bring her on. Lexi, if you could, let's have you come on. Welcome to our show. Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. So if you could, for our audience, tell us all a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Okay. I'm Alexis, also known as Lexi, depending on who knows me. I own a salon in downtown Norwich called Doll Me Up. It's a lash extension salon. We offer other services, but our main service is lash extensions. I've been doing it for 10 years now, but I've been here for 6. And why do we do it? I mean, there's a multitude of reasons for that. There's like, where do you want me to start?
Wherever you want, girl. We just want to hear about what your story of success looks like, so people can learn from it. Why do you do what you do?
I mean, you guys were just talking about the hustle juice, and I was thinking to myself, like, what's my hustle juice? Is it water? Is it wine? What is it? But, I think that you either have hustle in you or you don't. So that's a big part of the reason as to why I'm here today. Nothing was easy, per se, or handed to me. So the reason that I continue to do it is because nobody else is going to do it for me. And I believe that when you own a business, you're a leader. So there's other people that depend on you. So it's not just yourself that you have to worry about any longer. It's many people and people that depend on them and so on.
Right.
So that's a big part of the reason why I do what I do. And another reason is I just think that, you have to find your purpose in life, and everybody has a different path to finding their purpose. And this is definitely part of my path.
Sure.
Right. So Lexi, I come and I see you about like every 10 days at the salon and with Carissa. And the whole time that I've been coming over there, by the way, Domi Up is the fucking best. If you guys don't know what Domi Up is, look them up on Instagram, look them up on the internet. There's no excuse. Best place to get your lashes done. It's more than just lashes. I mean, like they go all out with customer service, making everyone feel welcome. There's a whole vibe and a whole culture. So Alexis built what she has, and I'm like firsthand witness to
Really
what she's created.
and them
Right, it's a
lashes are
whole
fire. I
experience.
can see them.
Thank you, thank
yeah.
you. Yeah,
Guys,
so
I actually need a fill. I haven't been able to get one myself, which you guys know as business owners, you're always put last.
right.
But thank you, I appreciate that. And more to what Suki said, you know, that's another big part of why I do what I do. You know, they say there's an ass for every seat, and that's definitely true because we're not a fit for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's been many times that I've been told that my place is too much, or you guys talk about this, or you talk about that, and they feel uncomfortable, whatever it may be. And the purpose is never to make anybody feel uncomfortable. It's to make people feel comfortable. So if you walk in these doors with a stuck-up attitude, or you know, you're shy, you might sometimes feel as if you can't be comfortable here, but along the lines, people have learned that they can. And it's kind of more so like the female barbershop, we call it, because
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
the
Oh,
main
that's such a
goal was
good
so
way to
that people
put
had
it.
a place to go, that they could be open and honest and feel like they can talk about anything, just knowing that there's other people that can relate with the same type of issues. Because as we know, especially after this year, life is a huge issue normally, and it's about getting through it together.
Absolutely,
Yeah, that's
especially
such a
this
good
year. This year's been a rough one for some people, but they still need to get their, their beauty on.
Yeah, I mean, especially because the only thing you can see right now is people's eyes. You can't see anything else on their face, so it's pretty great.
Wow,
Exactly.
that's a good point. I didn't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
about that.
Bad day, good face, right?
Yeah.
No matter
It's
what.
crazy because you get to see everybody's face, and then you get to see their eyes, and then when they take their mask off, it's like seeing a different person.
Right.
When I teach, we usually typically get to see like 24 people on average, and now it's cut down because the girls can't have models, so it's just the 12 girls. And every time at the end of the class, I'll ask them to just pull their mask down if they're comfortable, so I can see their face, because like you meet these people and you make connections and you talk to them, but you never really get to fully meet somebody without seeing exactly what they look like. And it's like, it's just crazy. It's a crazy world we live in.
For sure, for sure. So take us back to the beginning, Lexi. How did it all begin? Like, when did you knew that you just had to start a business?
So I can say probably since high school, I knew that I wasn't meant to work a typical 9 to 5. I never loved school. I hated school. I never wanted to go to college. I tried to go to college. I dropped out 4 times, and it just was one of those things that I knew it wasn't a good fit for me. And with going to college, in my head, it was like, okay, you have to work a normal job where you're 9 to 5, or you work under a boss, or you work under a corporation, or whatever it may be. So I was always more into making money than sitting there and learning to work for somebody else. So I had 3 jobs since I was 15. And when I got out of high school, I started working for a nightclub. And everybody kind of told me that it was the wrong decision. I lost a lot of friends, and just, people always had their opinion on things. But from then, I've seen the amount of money that you can make in different industries that people don't think you can make money in. So I kind of just let it build me from there, and I put myself through cosmetology school by doing lashes and working at the nightclub, and I started working a job at a salon as a master colorist. That's what I thought I wanted to do, and it just wasn't for me. It wasn't my own hustle. I was working for somebody else, even though it wasn't like a typical 9 to 5. And then my best friend also did eyelashes, and we were both going through weird points in our life. And I ended up actually moving back to Connecticut at this point. And then I would run past this place every day, and it was empty forever and ever. Actually, 10 years before we got in here. And I was like, I'm gonna put a salon in there. And I asked her if she wanted to do it with me. And we did. Kind of against everybody telling us not to do it, because A, nobody was here for 10 years. Downtown was nothing really then. There wasn't much here at all. And we opened the doors with a screwdriver. So that's where our journey started. And we kind of just built ourselves from the beginning a little bit at a time, set goals, every 6-month goal or every 2-year goal, whatever it may be. And then, you know, life is always appreciated in hindsight, because as you're making those goals happen, you don't see yourself doing it. It's always after it happens that you look back and say, wow, I actually did it. And now I teach for a huge company, and I love that so much, Flashbacks LA. And I'm actually the sole business owner here. She stepped down to start a family, but you know, we can only build from here on out. I have a lot of plans for the next year, regardless of how this year goes.
Nice. So you mentioned something, a couple things. I saw Suki's eyes light up when you said it. You were like, no matter what people said, like I knew what I had to do, and nobody was going to tell me anything. I was on a mission, right? You heard that, right?
Yeah, and this is why I see Lexi as being a true boss, because I don't know if anyone really knows this, but if you've been in the city long enough, you will know that Doll Me Up was the first business to open that was part of the whole downtown revitalization project under NCDC. So, Lexi, what year was it that you opened your business?
It'll be 6 years in April that I'm officially open, like the doors were open. But January 3rd, 2015 was the day that I signed the lease.
Right, and then soon to follow was Harp and Dragon and Encore Justified. It's an antique store, and then Namu came along, and a few other businesses. But that core group, they were the first, and Lexi was the first. So because Lexi's a female, that's what inspired Jill Fritchie to open up her antique store.
Nice. So you were inspiring women.
Right. So I don't even know if you know this, but yeah, that's how it all.
I did not actually know that.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's kind of my. That's another thing that's a big purpose to me is women and people that you know are kind of underestimated in life, whether they don't have education, whether they grew up without money, whether you know whatever it may be, minorities, anything that you know have to struggle a little more than an average person. I always want to help more and be that person that pushes them to know that they can do it. Like if I can do this, anybody can do this. Right. Anybody at all can do this, because it doesn't matter what your background is or what people think, how you grew up. You know, it's about the hustle in you or how bad you want it. If you want something bad, you're going to make it happen. Doesn't matter anything of your past, your future, anything. And I think people really need to understand that, and especially women, because even though it's 2021, women are still super, super, super underestimated.
I love it. You've got a great heart, great message. There was something you said. I'm going to go back a minute because I just wanted to, it intrigued me. You said something about a screwdriver.
Oh,
what's it all about?
Yeah. So we met the guy that was like the leasing agent or something. And I do real estate too now, so I know a little bit more. And like everything that was done was totally not right, totally wrong. And I wish I knew some of the things that I know now then, but hey, that's part of life, right? But we met him next door, and he had this paper, and we had to sign it or whatever. And like, you know, typically you would walk into the place and like see the place and then sign the lease, and it didn't go like that. So we signed the lease, and we're like, okay, so when do we get the keys? And he's like walking us over, and he's like, oh, about that. So there's no keys. And had a screwdriver and opened the lock with a screwdriver. And I was like, wait a minute, there's no keys? And he's like, yeah, no, there's no keys. Like the last owners, they didn't leave keys, and it's an antique door and blah, blah, blah. So long story short, it took like a while for us to get keys, and it was probably like $600 just to get the keys made because of how old the door is and how special made it, all that stuff. So from then on, I was like, oh, we're in for a journey with this place. And we definitely were in for a journey, and it's been a continued journey in our current space. But if you haven't been here, come check it out. We love it. It's super open and I guess you could say rustic but modern inside. From the outside, it looks like a trap house. So sorry, but not on the inside.
It's all good. It's all good. If they don't like it, it's not for them, right? There's an ass for every seat.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, it's not a good fit for you, but We're not here to force anybody to make it work.
That's right.
Yeah, but if you're not about it, then you're missing out.
Yeah, if you come
No,
here,
for real.
you're definitely not listening to like Ariana Grande and music that's edited. It's real raw here.
So you also, I think a lot of people would have gave up, right? There's a lot of people that got so frustrated. They say, you know what? I don't even get the keys. I just went through all this and I don't have the keys. They just get discouraged. You just press forward. You're like, you know what? Whatever it takes, I'm going to make it happen. Where do you think you learned that? Like, where does that come from for you?
Life in general. My dad probably too, big shout out to my dad. If you know him, the first thing that comes to people's mind is he's absolutely insane, but he's very well respected. He's taught me since I was a little girl, that, the only people I really need in my life are my family, and especially when it comes to men, him and my brother. And he always, when I wanted to give up as a little kid, he was always pushing me, like, no, you don't give up. And he kind of raised me as a boy more so than a girl. So that mentality that he instilled in me didn't allow me to be on the emotional side, I guess you could say. I definitely have emotions, totally. I cry, I'm a crybaby, I cry all the time. But him teaching me to be that strong and teaching me from an early age that life was going to hand it to me made me understand that no matter what it threw at me, I had to deal with it. So you just deal with it and you keep going, So yes, there has been a lot of times that I wanted to give up in life, but that was always in the back of my mind. Like, you can't give up. You're a coward if you give up. You have to keep going. So
Yeah, you definitely are living proof of someone who never gives up. And
thank you.
I mean, you've inspired other people. So like Namu, for example, like, the business owner of that restaurant, right? She's your friend.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like, if you come to downtown now, you will see all these new businesses. Like, even during COVID, several new businesses opened up in downtown and throughout the city. And it was all because Alexis decided to have trust and confidence in whatever endeavors she was doing at the time. And she just brought that whole flavor and culture into our area.
I respect it.
Yeah, you totally kicked off everything that we know and do right now. And like,
that's
the heart of
like
it all.
cool, and that's why
And then she gets like no credit.
Nah, she gets credit. She's getting it right now. Life is paying attention, and it's only a matter of time. You already have seen success, but man, I wish you so much more in 2021 and the years to come.
Thank you.
Like, it's in you, and if there's anything we can do to support it, we've got your back.
Yeah, we gotta let people know all about what you do.
Down here, we all gotta work together, and like, you guys, I see, you're kind of new to the area. And I think it's amazing. It's amazing, the story behind everybody. And I guess I would have a few questions for you also.
Yeah, shoot. Let us hear the questions. What do you got?
My biggest question for you would be your background. I'm not sure if everybody that's listening knows your background, but coming from a big city, and it's always the goal for everybody is always to move out of the small cities to the big cities to make it, right? Whereas I guess my mindset has always been to stay in the small city and build the small city to make it a bigger city. So what made you want to come back to the small city after living the American dream? Like, you went to LA. That's the place that everybody wants to go and make it.
For sure. So I don't know, is that question for you or for me? I didn't go to LA.
That's for you.
I didn't go to LA.
But you lived in California.
I did live in New York.
Yeah.
And New York.
I did live in California. I did live in Grand Rapids, Michigan. All bigger cities, right? I lived in Queens and all these places. So as far as really the core of the question, though, you asked what made me want to come back to my hometown where I was born at. So I really think that I have a heart for this place, right? There's a deeper connection for this community, and a lot of my talents, connections, abilities, and all this stuff. Yeah, I can go these other places and really build up those cities that are already, they're already well beyond what my hometown looks like. Why can't I just come home and actually impact this community? I feel like it needs me. I really do. So it's just really my heart for the hometown.
Absolutely, that's amazing, and that's why this place needs more people like you. And with that, it's definitely going to be able to get somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. So, you have any more questions for us? We're open. Whatever you want to ask.
What is your goal for this year? Like, if you said, I don't know what your time span is for goals, but some people do 6 months, some people do a year, some people do 2 years. But if I ask you, like, January 2022, where would you see yourself? Not where would you like to see yourself, but where do you see yourself? Like, what goals are you actually going to complete and make sure that you complete by then?
Sure. You wanna kick that one off?
I think she's asking you.
All right, I'll go ahead and answer it. Well,
You're
number
the hot
one,
seat.
I wanna do something here. This is in 2022. We're gonna see forward television come into fruition, right? You're gonna see
Whoa.
content being produced that's like a whole nother level, and that's gonna be happening right here in Norwich, Connecticut. I'd like to see us in the new studio. So we have this studio, but we need a little bit bigger space. We're outgrowing this already. I need time to like reach around and move and produce some high quality content for our people, for this community, for our audience, for our listeners. I've got a few companies, right? I'd like to see those get to the next level, right? So they're successful companies already, but I'm always trying to fine tune and tweak how we do things. I want to bring in people into our network who are supportive, right? Like I want to have people around me who are positive and on the same path where they just want to succeed and all kinds of things like that. Then there's like the personal level. What do I want to achieve on a personal level? I just want to make sure that I become the best version of myself. I'm happy with who I am now, 100%, but I'm always critiquing. I'm always saying, what are my strengths and weaknesses? How can I accomplish those? Really, I want to have deeper, more meaningful relationships with folks, like friends, family, you name it. So that's another thing on my plan. I want to read some more books. I want to educate myself, get more intelligent if that's possible, get some more information in this little brain of mine so I can actually, do more good things in the world, right? So those are just some of the things that I'm looking to do this year.
That's a lot.
So there's something that you said that stuck out to me, too. You said that you wanted to grow not only this business but your other businesses, and I feel personally that's a lot of people ask me this question: how do I do it all? Like, how am I now starting real estate and having a salon, and I want to grow my salon, and I teach and I do all these things but maintain a personal life? What would you say to people when they ask you that question? How do you do it all? Like, how are you going to give 100% to it all?
Sure. So number one, you can't have an organization without organization. You got to really make sure that you're disciplined enough to be able to handle that many projects. Having a good infrastructure in place, things right down to like what softwares do you use? How do you find ways to manage your time, right? Time is money. We have 168 hours in a week, and whether you're Bill Gates or Bill Smith, everyone's got the same amount of time. And so it's the way that you manage that time that brings you to that next level. Another thing I'd have to say is the people you have around you. Your network equals your net worth. If you don't have the right people in place and you're willing to delegate, that you don't feel like you need to micromanage every little aspect, right? Sometimes you might do things 100%, but you could put somebody in a position to do that job for you that may only do it 80%, but that's all right. It's getting done. You get two people doing 80% where you would do it 100%. Now you're at 160%. So sometimes it's like putting the people in position. You can't do it without them. And then mindset. It's just all about believing in yourself, believing that you can accomplish it. Look, there are plenty of examples in the world of folks who have built multiple businesses and streams of revenue and done some amazing things. I mean, look at, for example, what's the guy with Virgin Mobile?
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson. He's got a ton of businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? So that's just some stuff that I'm throwing out there today. Great questions, though.
Yeah, really great questions.
But anyways, I appreciate you 100%, Lex. Thanks for coming on. It's always a pleasure to talk with you. And yeah.
I appreciate all that you guys are doing for the city already, and being able to give people a voice and the people that do have voices, allowing them to be heard. I think it's amazing what you're doing, and the same goes for you. If there's anything I can help with, please let me know.
Respect.
Thank you, Lexi.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Man, what a story.
I know, she's so amazing. I can't even describe to you like just the level of amazing she is. When you walk into her store, you could feel it in the air. Like the energy just shifts from, being outside and it's kind of like ho hum into there's this whole buzz. She's got all her girls doing lashes, working and engaging with the customers. It's like this whole experience. And like knowing that you're going to go into a salon for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, you want your customers to feel super comfortable. So I'm like laying down the entire time with my eyes closed, which is a weird experience in itself for like an hour, to 2 hours, depending on how many lashes I get, put on, and you're listening to everyone's conversation. So, I mean, if you just sit at home for 2 hours and, I don't know, say people are in your household or like eating dinner or watching TV, like just imagine what that's like.
Look,
but like in a public setting, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you really got to be having a good time. Or like, there's so many different places you could get your lashes done.
yeah. Look, I don't have a need for getting lashes done.
Or like getting a
but
haircut or whatever.
Or getting
Yeah.
a haircut. Like I've got all that taken care
Yeah.
of. But, however, hearing about the situation, hearing about her store, listening to her and just catching that whole vibe makes me want to go.
Right.
Like I can tell she's onto something.
You should just go and like read a magazine in the corner. It's so entertaining, right? So there's I don't know how many stations there are exactly, like 4 to 6, depending, and you can catch like bits and pieces of people's conversations. So I don't watch the news or anything like that. I don't have TV. I don't really watch TV, but you learn a lot. And so every 10 days, I actually look forward to like laying there with my eyes closed and just information gathering. And it's comedic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're so fucking hilarious. Never a dull moment over there.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I just have to.
Yeah.
So let's get into this. So we're gonna actually go into the hustle report today.
Yes.
We're gonna be actually talking about how to flip that stimulus check. Money's coming to you, right?
Yeah, okay.
What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna just spend it frivolously, or are you gonna come up with a hustle? Do you have a hustle? What would you do if? What's your thoughts on it?
It's kind of like, Christmas is coming and like grandpa, whoever in your family is going to give you the usual, like $20 here, $50 there, whatever, right? So I see the stimulus check in that same regard. Like, it's coming, so you should have a plan.
For sure.
Or is your plan every year when people give you like money for Christmas or your birthday, that you're just going to go to like Friendlies and like buy, a meal, a burger and fries and like, I don't know, Blizzard or whatever, like that, and then go to like the mall.
Yeah.
Because if you can count on that money and there's a predictability factor, you could really create and build something with a plan and a strategy.
So number one, what I'd recommend is pay yourself.
Oh yeah, there's
Number
actually
one.
a book.
There's a book about this.
Yeah, I think it's called like Pay Yourself First or something.
Pay yourself first.
I
There
don't know.
should be some percentage should come right off the top and go right into savings for you, but not just to let it sit there and collect dust. You should take some of those savings and you let that money work for you. So if you don't have something like that set up, maybe it could be, look, you don't have to have $5,000 right off the bat to start doing some investing. Use Acorn, the Acorns app. All your spare change goes into investing in a portfolio that's sort of prepackaged for you. Then there's, if you want to actually do the investing yourself, you don't need a broker to do that. You can take a few $100, get the app called Robinhood, right? Get the app called Robinhood, and you can actually put together your own portfolio if you think theirs isn't going to cut it.
There you go. Those are like the basics of
Basics.
investing with pocket change.
Pocket change or a few $100, a stimulus check. That's one thing you could do.
Okay, that's one thing. What else you got?
So I've got all kinds of little ideas that I come up with, and I'm gonna do this again, right? I'm gonna show you this Ford television thing, right? You could take a brand, you can create a logo. Go get Canva, for example. You don't need a lot of money. Go online,
Canva's free.
Canva's
unless you
free.
want the premium account.
Yep, create a logo, so you don't even need to pay for that. Or if you want the premium account, you've got stimulus money coming. Go ahead and pay for it.
You might learn something.
You might learn something.
Pick up a new skill.
Pick up a new skill. Create a logo for yourself. Create a brand. Then you can go and get T-shirts made up and just go out and sell them.
Right?
Go out and sell them to people. Be like, look, this is my brand. I'm building it. Would you buy my T-shirt? Trying to get, people will understand. You could maybe turn that $600 check into $1,200 just by doing that.
Yeah, so what you're describing, I've actually helped many entrepreneurs go down this path of building a brand and actually making money.
Yeah.
And it's been like a very successful journey. And so the first person that I really helped with, brand building started during COVID, actually.
Yeah.
And so this is the second time around where he's going to release some of his apparel. And it's based on the first time he made money, so he saved it. He cash flowed from it. He turned a profit, and I was like, whatever you do. So I coach the kids on this a lot. By kids, I mean they're between the ages of like 18 to like 25, 26.
Kids.
Yeah, they're kids, right? So I call them like, they're all my kids.
They call you mom. I've heard a couple of them say it.
Yeah. Like I'm the mom that like a lot of people never had, or like, the cool mom that like kicks their butts and like tells them, shit they don't want to hear at first, but at the end they're like, okay, she's kind of right.
Yeah.
So at the first time he came to me, he had like no idea of like how to start a brand or anything like that. So I gave him the same advice you just did, take a little bit of money, go and like get some graphics done. Then you can come back, we could put it on apparel, because through my store and through other stores that are in Norwich, we have a network of people that create apparel. So he did that, and I said, well, I'm not even gonna charge you a fee to like create your brand or whatever. You could use my wholesale accounts. I'll order all the blanks for you, and I just want to see you be successful. I said, but the key thing is when you start selling and you turn that profit, do not go out and spend it. Don't go out to the mall and go spend it on some dumb shit. Don't go out and buy the newest and latest, greatest video games. Take that money and reinvest it into your next drop. And he did exactly that.
Nice.
So
yeah,
super
definitely.
Proud of him.
It works. That's a case study for you.
And then you have to do it again and again and again.
Yeah, just keep on doing it. Having that. Listen to our shows. Let it get you motivated. Tune in. Like really separate everything. Just be like, what can I find in this episode with these two people that's going to inspire me to build my brand and take my hustle to another level.
Right. You know what? I'm going to bring him on the show as a guest.
Let's do it.
So don't take my word for it. We could all hear about, his experience with working with me and building his own brand, and how he got to be where he is now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So another hustle. What do you got? I've got tons going on in my head right now.
Oh boy, another hustle. Food. Like people really love food, and because of Instagram and social media, and all these crazy filters, it really enhances the look of food, right? And we're hungry all the time. I mean, like, come on, like.
So what do you mean? So a person, for example, let's say they know how to make a really good meal, or and their family and friends say, "Oh man, I love that dish you make. It's so good."
Yeah, you're gonna cook it anyway.
You're gonna cook it anyways. Go and sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start posting it on Instagram. Just cook it. For you and your family and your friends. Invite people over. Start taking pictures so others can see them enjoying it. Maybe videos. Man, fuck the pictures. Take videos.
Videos and pictures.
Yeah, videos and pictures. Do both.
Right. Or even what the production team did with our photos. They took a bunch of photos. They put it together.
Yeah.
Kind of in a quick slideshow. And they set it to music.
That's
so
it.
It became a video, right? Like if you guys haven't seen it, how would they find this video?
You actually can go back in this video to the very beginning of it, and you're gonna see it. Or you can go to the Hustle Reports on our Facebook page, or you can go to Apple iTunes and Spotify and listen to the audio of it. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways they can find our content.
No, just that video.
Oh, just the video.
Just the video. Yeah,
it's on this episode.
Were taken. Okay, pictures were taken, put together, set to music.
Yeah, go to the Hustle Reports. Right. It's actually pinned at the top of our page.
Okay, fantastic.
For sure.
So about the food. Okay, go on.
I just want to offer money. I just want to give people money away. I love doing
let's
this
give
stuff.
money away.
So $500.
Oh, damn.
$500 raffle. We're going to be giving away $500. All you got to do is like our page, right? Like our page, because that's number one, and then post "I did it" in the comments below. Post "I did it." We're going to be giving away $500 to a lucky winner at random.
I'm smiling because I just thought of a hustle.
Do it.
Okay, so everybody out there who knows me, if you do that and no, that's a bad idea. I'm not gonna say
Do it. No, there's no bad
No,
idea.
don't actually do this, but this is really what came to mind, right?
Yeah.
So if you do that and then you win the $500, I don't know, maybe I could pick you as the winner, and then you could give me a little kickback. I could
See,
make
she's got the
some money off
hustle
this,
in her.
'cause the $500 isn't coming from me. I think it's coming from him. It's
Yeah,
not my
no, it's
money,
coming
so-
from the company. It's coming from the
But
company.
now I said it out loud, so you know my hustle. But
Yeah.
I'm just
So-
trying to make money off of you.
That's what
Or I
it's
could just
about,
ask you
though,
straight up,
Suki.
can I have $500?
Nope.
It's better just to
Got-
ask, right? And
You
just
gotta
get
add
it out of
value.
your
You
system,
gotta give
'cause
value. You give a ton of value, by the way. But
Then pay me, bitch.
all right. I gotta give you some cash. So we'll figure that part out offline.
I mean, that's just the mindset of the hustler. You guys out there who know what this is like, don't even pretend that you weren't thinking it. No, for real.
For real. So some other hustles. What else could somebody do? Oh, I got one. Start a
okay.
podcast.
Oh, start a pod. Yes, yeah.
Get yourself a Logitech Brio webcam. It's the best webcam. It's about $140, something like that. Don't waste your time with the other cheap ones, right? You want good quality video, and it may not look as good as you see here, but it's a step in the right direction. You could take 140 of your stimulus check, go get a Logitech Brio, and start live streaming out onto Facebook and Instagram.
Right. So that whatever you described, the Logitech Brio, does it do audio and video?
You need a Yeti mic, which is like another 140. Go with the upscale one. It's like $160.
So we're at 280 now.
About 280.
Okay, what else?
And then some software. Pick up a subscription to StreamYard software. It's like $49 a month.
What's so good about StreamYard?
So you can live stream, you can brand, you can create low overlays, you can bring in guests so you can split screen. If you want to go the low cost solution, so all right, when you're trying to hustle, you want to go with the lowest cost solution. You may not even want to go that route. You may just use Zoom, right? Use a free account.
Right. So get on someone's family plan, right? So you don't even have to pay the phone bill. Make sure that whoever's plan this is, it's an unlimited Verizon package. Verizon is truly the best. I know I should be getting paid for this, but
I know,
anyways,
right? Verizon, you better
whatever.
pay us.
No, just seriously, because then you could podcast and stream wherever you go without having disruption of service or dropped, service. So, I just think that's the best route. And then you could just make videos and upload them to YouTube for free. YouTube's free. TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all that social media stuff. It's all free.
And then, you know what? Once you've got, some content going, you can reach out to me and I will go knock on some doors and sell some sponsorships for you.
Yeah. Or you could sell your clothes.
Or you can do it.
Okay, you guys, there's this app, whatever website called Depop. And I've gone on there. And I know it's supposed to be vintage and trendy, but honestly, there's a lot of shitty ass clothes on there. I don't know who's buying this shit, but it's people are making money.
Yeah.
So why go to Depop and get them to take a cut, right? Because there's a percentage for selling on this platform. So if you build up enough of a following, you could just sell directly to your people, and they could Cash App you, they could Venmo you, I guess there's Zelle, whatever. They could just roll up and give you cold hard cash.
That's it. Everybody loves cold hard cash. That's why we're giving $500 to a lucky winner. All you got to do is give our Hustle Reports Facebook page a thumbs up, and then in the comments below of this episode, just type "I did it."
I did it?
I did it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Cool.
Done. Did it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. We got tons of ideas, as you can see, and we got many, many more. But the concept here is take that stimulus check and put it to work. Make your money work for you. Stop working for money.
Right. But don't quit your jobs yet. I mean, unless your hustle's really that freaking good.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you feel like you got it and you want to put your back against the wall, sink or swim, go ahead. Take the leap.
Right. You know what? Actually, during COVID, I know a few people. There's actually plenty of people that got laid off, got fired, whatever, or they just don't have their jobs anymore. And they have been part-time entrepreneurs. But because of the situation, it's pushed them into being full time, and it's actually very terrifying and scary to be put in that position. But since I know them personally, I've been there every step of the way, like hearing all the challenges and the fear and, you know, trepidation in their voices when they're like, oh shit, like I've always wanted to quit my job, but not like this. And then now that I don't have a job, it's like, oh my God, I have no choice but to actually become an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right? So now it's like total full accountability. So a few of the people have been creative, like photographers, videographers, and they have no choice now but to follow their passion. Download apps, get some software, use that unemployment check to build their business, get some business cards, research online, like different templates of the services and products that they have to offer. It's all free.
Yeah.
Like if you have Google Docs, it's free.
For sure.
Know,
We're going to do a whole
free.
nother show
Right.
that how to get your hustle off the ground for free.
For free, right?
There's tons of ways where you can actually start making money without putting any of your stimulus check into it.
Right. Except for buying like the actual equipment. So if you're a videographer, a photographer, you want to get into podcasts, you have to invest a little bit into the equipment.
For sure.
But
yeah.
setting up the business and everything, that's at very low cost. A lot of it is free. Like coming up with contracts, it's just like typing, you know, and putting it in front of the right audience that will pay you money at the end of the day.
For sure. And look, if you've got a great idea, let me know. Let me know. If it's a good idea, I dedicate some time, right, every year where I help some entrepreneurs, just pro bono, whatever, just help you get your business off the ground. But you've got to come correct. You've got to have the drive, the hustle, and you also got to have a really good idea. So go ahead. You can reach out in the comments, direct message, whatever you need to do, and you might even get some pro bono consulting from a guy who's done it.
And if they go through your program, whatever you're creating with them, and they do become a successful entrepreneur, will you give them money?
No, will I give them money?
Say yes.
Not for free.
No, well, not for like a prize, you know, like
prize.
oh my God, you went through
Yeah,
my
the
training
prize is you got a
program.
successful company. You did it. Good job.
That's
Attaboy.
it. Are you not going to take them out to dinner or anything?
Maybe. We'll think about it.
What about Disneyland or something? I know. What
Jeez.
about tickets to Florida? Okay, so online, a friend of mine sent me a link. Like through Spirit, it was $37. You could get a one-way ticket to Florida, like right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it fluctuates. I'm sorry, I lied. It's between $37 to $42.
Now you got me thinking about scalping tickets
Depending
as a
what-
hustle.
No, well, if someone's stupid and they don't have the internet, then
Yeah.
then they'll know you're overcharging them. You're just gonna have a bunch of people pissed off at you.
It's all right. It's not the first time.
That's a terrible hustle, guys.
Yeah, don't get people mad at you.
Unless they don't have Google, then
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah. Well, that's a real thing, though. Some people don't have Google. But that's maybe for a whole nother episode here. First, I just want to thank our listeners for tuning in today. I want to thank Lexi from Doll Me Out for tuning in. I want to thank our producers for all the great things that they're doing to elevate this content for you. And I definitely, big thank you to my co-host, most majestic and wonderful co-host ever,
Thank you.
Suki.
Thank you. Thank you so
welcome.
much. That was very nice of you to say all of that. And
It's true.
yeah, and thanks to Peter Helms. I mean, because of you, this whole thing started, and here we are doing this show together. And you know what the best part of this whole Hustle Reports podcast is?
What is it?
That we get to help entrepreneurs,
Oh, I love it.
right? Like using our backgrounds, using the fact that we came from nothing and we built whatever we have now. And you know, just connecting with other entrepreneurs who are also in that same arena.
For sure.
Being able to share that with people and just inspire people and tell them if we did it, you can do it too.
You definitely can do it.
Yeah, everyone
sure.
can do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check us out. Give us a like if you really this content is doing it for you. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. Also, check us out on Apple iTunes and Spotify. It's The Hustle Reports. You can listen to it on your drive to work or your commute to the gym while you're working out, whatever it is. Make sure you tune in. Much more to come. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on another episode of The Hustle Reports.
See you guys next time.
Bye.